Alright, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you how to make a fully responsive landing page on mobile, tablet screen sizes and of course desktop. So we have a basic canvas here, blank canvas. We have a reusable element navbar here. Now I've already made a video on how to make this. I'll link this now. Go to that video, make that, come back and continue on with this tutorial. So once we put that in, we want to change the page layout width to 1400. Default Bootstrap, that's what we run here. Okay, now what do we need? Well, we need a group. So we're gonna add a group in here. No min width. And we'll just set this to untick fit height the content, min height 0. Now, as you can see, the navbar itself is a floating group. So we need to set some margin so we can see this group itself and doesn't overlap. So we'll set top margin of 80. And as you can see like that, it sits perfectly. Now, Bootstrap standard padding is 96 top and bottom, 32 left and right. But for this, we're going to set the background group of this, first of all, a max width of 1200 before we do anything. And we'll center this like this. Now we want to add, as I said, Bootstrap padding, so 96 top and bottom, left and right 32 usually, but however, we won't be applying left and right padding on the group containing both the left and right elements. I'll show you what I mean in a second. But instead we'll apply top and bottom. So 96 and 96. And this needs to be set to a row as well. Alright, next thing we need to do is add in another group here. We'll call this group left. Take away the min width. Min height, we'll just give it some space for now. We'll go 480. And we'll simply copy and paste that element. As you can see, it is evenly spaced out these elements, left and right, like so. Both 480, both 600 I should say. Half of 1200, which is what the max width is set to, 600 each. So we'll quickly rename this to group right. And while we're here, we just want to, I'll save us some time right now, want to center the vertical alignment like so, and do the same on the group right. Alright, the left hand group will be our text with an input and some buttons. The right will be an image. So let's add some text in here. And we'll run with Prosperous, this random name. So we'll just do use Prosperous like so. Make that body large. And we'll go into the font color and we'll just make that our primary blue. Make that medium like so. Alright, now we want a big H1 heading. So a big, like it can either be a call to action or explaining what you do. So let's add some text like so. And we'll just say use Prosperous effectively. Spelled that wrong. Alright, something like that. We'll change that to H1, like so. That like that. Quickly change this because I spelled that wrong. Sorry, guys. Alright, there we go. Alright. As you can see though, these elements are too close together. So on the group left itself, we're going to apply some gap spacing between elements. We're going to go 48 for now. As you can see though, that now becomes problematic because it's too far between use prosperous and our H1 heading. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold shift, press the H1 heading, press the use prosperous, right click, group elements in a column container, get rid of the min height here, and on this we're going to apply, we'll just say 16 row gap. So as you can see there, a bit closer, but also spaced out a little bit more. Okay, then we're going to add in, we'll add in a button, an input and a button. So let's grab an input. And I don't have any styling set up. You guys should set up styling if you're actually going to use this for a functional app. But for our tutorial's sake, I'll just quickly add here a background flat color of white. And we'll set the roundness to 10. Quickly change the app font enter. We'll make that 16 and we'll make it medium like so. All right. So we have an input and we want to set no min height on the input. Or input height 48, correct? No min width. Max width will go 200, like so. And then what we'll add is a button. So let's grab a button element here. And we'll just press sign up, type that in, fit with the content, height 48. But in this case, I actually don't want to fit with the content because it's too small in comparison to our input. So I'm going to untick that. I'm going to make the the max width 150, like so. And quickly change the roundness to match our input, 10. Okay, now we want these two elements side by side. And right now, as you can obviously see, they're in a column and they are 48 pixels apart due to the group left having element spacing of 48. So much like the H1 and the use prosperous, we want to, while holding shift, select the sign up button and the input email. Group elements in a row container this time. Min height, get rid of. And we need to apply some gap spacing between these elements now because they are touching, as you can see there. We're going to hit column of 16 like that. While we're here, I'll quickly hit back on the input and we'll change the placeholder to email and the content format to an email. We actually might add some more text here to make it look a little bit better. So we're going to copy the use prosperous, press back on the group left, right click. On the copied use prosperous, we're going to previous like so. And then you can go to loremipsum.io on your browser. And we're just going to get some lorem here. We'll go to that copy and paste like so. We don't want the styling to be the same, so we're going to go back to our primary text color and we will make that regular. It's like that, but too far away again. As these are grouped together, they are currently have a gap, row gap of 16. The group left has a 48, so there's 48 between that, and that. I don't like how far away this is with this group and text. So what we're going to do is much of the same that we've been doing. So press that. While holding shift, we're going to select the group this time because this group contains these two text elements. We don't want to select the text because it won't work. While holding shift, make sure you hit the group. So as you can see, I've selected the group. Right click, group elements in a column container. Get rid of the min height there. And the gap spacing between these, let's go with 24. That looks a bit nicer now, as you can see. Now, on the group left itself, we will get rid of this minimum height here. Like that. And on the group left itself, we'll select back on that. I haven't actually added the padding, so we're going to add in 96, 96, 32, 32, like I was saying, the bootstrap standard. Now, group right, we're not going to add any padding here because this is going to be an image. So let's add in an image here. And we'll just upload a random image from my files here. Uncheck fixed width. Keep this elements aspect ratio. Make sure that's ticked. And then as you can see here, I want to press fit height to content. So it spreads it out on the group holding all the elements here. Now back on the image, right click, select first parent, group right. The minimum height is 480. We can now get rid of that. All right, and right now we have a functional landing page that you can set up workflows for. You know, input the email, sign the user up, send them an email. You can really do so much off this itself, but this is just a basic landing page. But how do we make this fully responsive? Because if you go into the responsive menu here, 1200, that's fine. 992, it's fine. 768 is where it becomes problematic. Same with 320. 320 just, doesn't look good at all. So back in the UI builder, we need to plus the minimum widths to the elements here. So group left, we have this here selected. The min width is going to be 496. And then select the image, right click, select first parent. Min width is also going to be 496. Why do we do that? 496 plus 496 together is the same width, meaning that once we go to 992, these elements are both the same minimum width, so they will be forced to collapse on top of each other. I'll quickly show you what I mean. Responsive. See, at 992 now, we go 1 pixel under, and that's collapsed to another line. All right, that's fine for now, but we need to do some other things as well. So back on the group itself, we'll go into the responsive section here. As we've just set a 496 minimum width on the left and right though, but mobile is 320 pixels. So at 320, you can see our minimum width is set to 496, means it's too big for the mobile size. So we're going to apply a condition right now. So on group left, we're going to go to the conditional section, define new condition. When the current page width is less than 576, the min width, as you can see, we have it to 496. What do we need to change that to? 320. And just like that, it now fits, but we obviously need to change some padding issues on the group left itself. Let's quickly do that for the group right. Select first parent, group right. When page width less than 576, min width is 320. Bang, just like that. All right, what other things can we fix while we're on this menu here? So I don't like how much space there is between this. As you can see, it is a huge gap. Because we have 96 set on the top here and also 96 on that, that is a lot of padding between these two. So On the group A itself, we can just call this group container holding all the elements. We're going to apply a condition when the current page width again is less than 576. The top padding now is 64 bootstrap standard. As you can see, it's a little bit closer together, but we have some work to do on the group left also. We're going to define a new property at 576 or below. Top padding going to be 64. As you can see, much nicer and much cleaner. Okay, well, what else can we do? So at 32, which is the padding we have set on the left and right here, we want to change this to 16 bootstrap standard. As you can see right now, it's set to 32. It is too big. Looks too big for mobile. So we're going to quickly change the left padding and the right padding to 16 and 16. Just like that. Looks perfect. One last thing we can do is, I don't like how these are sitting there next to each other. We want them to collapse to a new line each. So on the button, it's on the input itself. We will go when current page width is less than 576. We want to change the min width to 100%, meaning 100% of the line, just like that, as you can see. And we will do the same for the button itself. So when page width less than 576, the min width will be 100%. Perfect. But these are too close to each other, as you can see here. They're sitting on top of each other and it does not look nice at all. So go back to the UI builder here, and on the group holding the input and the button, what we're going to do is go to the layout, and we're also going to add some row gap. We'll just say 16, see what that looks like. Back on the responsive, bang, looks perfect there. Scrolling down now though, I don't like how far away this is from the image. The padding here is still set to 96 because I haven't changed that on a condition. I changed the top and the left and right only, but I'll quickly like to change the bottom as well. So on group left, we will change the bottom padding also. Change that to 64. And just like that, it looks very clean. What you can also do is set up styles for your text elements. So in the appearance here, you can set up a heading, and then in the actual styles itself, like so, conditions you can set. So say we have the padding set to below 576 at halves. You actually change that with text as well. So you can go, when this H1 is below 576, you can change the font size, for example, to 56 to 48. So you can actually make that smaller as well, and it really looks clean for the mobile setup. But for now, I'm happy with that. We'll go to the responsive one more time. So default, we're fine. 1200, perfect. 992, still fine. 768, as you can see, we have now collapsed to another line, and the image is there. And then down on mobile, 320, perfect, like so. That is how you make a fully responsive landing page. As I said, guys, this is just a basic landing page. Just trying to show you the easiest way to do these things in these tutorials. And if you like this type of content, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.